trying to minimize it by saying still things could be much worse. Natural disasters on the evening news. Still things could be
Right.
much worse. We've still got our health. My paycheck in the mail, like he's trying to like balance it out with, hey, it could be worse.
Yeah, at least I'm providing kind
But
of.
what he doesn't realize is that, when you have a problem like that, it's much bigger than what,
So is the
unfortunately, what you
title,
think.
you think, yeah.
Yeah.
You think the title is like, we really can't vacation anymore because of my problem?
Yeah. Because vacation is something that a family would always be looking forward to, right? And doing things together, and yeah, even if you try to vacation, may not be
Yeah.
the best vacation,
So
because
you said
dad's
it's
got a
about
drinking
him being
problem.
in denial, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how it goes, unfortunately,
Yeah.
till that person admits it. Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. I'm here with my buddy Greg, and I'm Chris, and Greg's got something for us all to listen to, and I'll be reacting to whatever it is for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the way it works. And so we're going to repeat it again. And so this one is another Kofi request. We're getting a lot of them, and this one is from Andrew Branch. So
Okay.
Andrew has requested before.
We've done
And
several, of his.
yeah, yeah. The name of this band is called Cold War Kids. Cold War Kids. And the name of the song is
War Kids.
Do you know the name of the band?
No.
Okay. And the name of the song is We Used to Vacation.
Okay. We're Cold War Kids.
Yeah, we are, right? Run, Duck, and Cover.
I don't think it was Run.
No, there was a time,
Cover.
but that was actually before I was born. That was a big thing. Back in the Kennedy days,
Right. We
Right?
had
Run,
air
Duck,
raid
and Cover.
but did you have air raid drills during the Vietnam War?
I remember my school actually had some sort of lower, like the basement or something like that. But I remember they had cans of pudding and other things and stuff like that. And they were talking about how if ever an emergency, we come down here. And that was in the early 70s, man. Late 60s, early 70s.
As kids would think, oh, I hope they bomb us so we can get some of that pudding.
Yeah, because I wasn't scared. I remember like having my eyes on the damn pudding. It was like number 2 or something like that. It was like, yeah.
What?
The number 2, yeah, it was called number 2.
Was it chocolate pudding? Oh, anyway.
You were so juvenile. Yeah, it was chocolate pudding.
What you got? You just said, yeah, it was number 2. I was like, what the heck?
And what? Right. The vanilla was what number? Well, the lemon was number 1. All right. With that said, go check it out, man. Yeah, go. Yeah,
that was number 3.
Yeah, We Used to Vacation. That's the name of the song.
Okay.
Cold War Kids.
Cold War Kids.
Get the hell out of here. Go check it out, man. How about that?
The Nichols boy for taking his seat. He gets all that anger from me. Step-ins could be much worse. Natural disasters on the evening news. Step-ins could be much worse. We've still got our help. My paycheck in the mail. I promised to my wife and children touch promise to my wife and children I'd never touch another drink as long as I live. But even then, it sounds so soothing to mix a gin and sink into oblivion. I promise to my wife and children that accident left everyone a little shook up. But at the meetings I felt so empty. This will blow over in time. This will all blow over in time.
Hey, so
Hey,
what'd you think about this? Because let's get, I hope you got all the giggles and stuff out before, because this is a pretty serious song, I think. I don't know if you picked up on any of the vocals, the lyrics and
I
stuff,
did.
but you tell me.
I did, and I think any working person can relate to the lyrics here, unless I misinterpreted it. But it looks like, and based on the title too, that you need a break, right? Am I on the right track here?
Not really.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Let me talk about the music then.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
The
Cool.
standout to me on this song was the dissonant guitar work about maybe a third through or so.
Yeah.
That guitar break where it was just really dissonant and
Oh
throws
yeah,
you
that
off.
was so good.
Great because it kind of jars you.
Yeah, that was so good.
Now, okay, here's something I picked. I really like this song, but here's something I picked up. There was the lyric, something about giving a check to tax deductible charity organization, right?
Okay.
All right. That's a line, the same line that's in Bob Dylan's song, Ballad of a Thin Man, the
Yes.
Mr. Jones song,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, also though, when I started thinking about that, I'm thinking, that the piano intervals when it's descending, that sounds like the same intervals that are used in Ballad of a Thin Man.
Okay.
Maybe even the same chord progression, not necessarily the same key, and a different tempo, of course. So that really struck me, and I'm wondering if they purposely did that, also in line with the lyric that they borrowed from that song.
So again, I give a check to tax deductible charity organizations, and you're saying that's from which song?
Ballad of a Thin Man.
Okay, and then the piano descendant from the same song?
It sounded like the same intervals. Yeah.
So I think you're right. Well, I could tell you that when I was doing homework, I did come across that line being something that they sort of intentionally, pulled in. That was something that they, there was no mistake about that.
Right.
I don't know about the piano. That might have been
Okay.
something that was
Okay.
part of the.
I'd have to listen to the Dylan song again and listen to it side by side to know. But also, even the sound of the piano was similar.
That's really interesting.
It was very prominent.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that song. The
Mr. Jones song.
Oh, okay.
That's the song. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Because I actually wrote down, like, when I was listening to the song, I thought that descendant the piano, the Descendant sound was so that just jumped out at me like really good. I mean, I just really liked that a lot.
Right.
I thought the drums too. You know, I don't know if you because this
I
year.
have to. I
So I'll
wasn't
shut
really
up
paying
more.
attention to the drums too much.
The drums are really, yeah. You know, he was like, you know, you think you're so hot with the piano and like that, and the Bob Dylan thing like that. And I'm gonna like shine here. You know, I really thought the drumming
You
was
always
really
make it like
effective.
it's a competition.
Ah, yeah. Just let me just go. Yeah, they all
Just go with it.
just go with
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah. So
That's why bands split up. If they compete too much like that.
what about the vocals? Did he remind you of anyone?
He did, but I can't remember who. And the way it was recorded, it was like almost like this. It sounded kind of remote. You know, it wasn't the typical recording.
Yeah. So it
vocal
was
sound.
it was bugging me, and then towards the end, I came up with Jack White.
Yeah, Jack White does that
Sounded
sometimes.
Jack White, but I also thought there was a little bit of that Kasabian singer. You know, we've heard that band now a couple times in recent weeks, and there's a little bit of like I thought his voice too. That Serge, I think Serge. You know, so that was interesting, but more Jack White. So you know, it sounds like, you know, what we're saying is like, well, they took that and took that. Hey, man, they were influenced, and they came up with a really, really good, unique song.
It's just a device that nobody owns it. You know, it's a sound that you know, it's like a bag of tricks. You know, and it's like I'll use this particular.
Right.
If everybody had to be original with a particular sound, you wouldn't have much music.
Well, this particular song that they created, man, they own this one. You know, it was really good. I really liked this. It sounds like you liked it too, right? Overall, good. Yeah. So let me go into the song a little bit, and what's it about and stuff. So according to Genius Contributor, Genius, which is the lyric website, it's a man, both a husband and father, with an alcohol problem.
Well, I got that out of it. Yeah.
So the song is about him being in denial about the severity of his problem, and him trying to reassure himself that they aren't that bad, right? They're not really major problems, and that he can still provide for his family, even though he struggles to get through the day without a drink, misses his children's events, and really doesn't improve himself.
I thought he was talking about working, you know, because he misses it because he's working so much. Because he talks about a mere 2 week vacation, right? That didn't help him.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I mean, it starts off with like, you know, I kissed the kids at noon and stumbled out of the room. And I caught a cab, ran up a tab on 7th and Flowers. Bet's recital, I had to run. Missed my son's graduation. Punched the Nichols boy for taking his seat. He gets all that anger from me. So
so that's all based on the alcohol use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he's trying to sort of like not justify it, but he's trying to minimize it by saying still things could be much worse. Natural disasters on the evening news. Still things could be much worse. We've still got our health. My paycheck in the mail, you know? Like he's trying to like balance it out with, hey, you know, it could be worse.
Yeah, at least I'm providing kind
but,
of.
You know, what he doesn't realize is that, you know, when you have a problem like that, it's much bigger than what, you know, unfortunately.
So is the title,
you think.
Yeah. You think the title is like, you know, we really can't vacation anymore because of my problem?
Yeah. You know, because vacation is something that a family would always be looking forward to, right? And doing things together, you know, and yeah, you know, even if you try to vacation, you know, may not be the best vacation,
so
you know,
because
dad's got a drinking problem.
Being in denial, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes, unfortunately, you know, until that person admits it.
Yeah.
And they pretty much, they control the dynamics of the family.
They do. They absolutely do. Right. You know, I found an interest because as I was listening to this, as I was getting to the homework, right? Because when I was listening to it, you know, I was like, oh, you know, it's kind of like you, like I was picking out certain things. And of course I had the luxury of doing the homework and really getting into the lyrics. You know, I remembered that song that we just did recently by Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. And that was SOB, you know, and that was one.
Give me a drink. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, but, you know, like sort of like the contrast from that song where there was part of a dark part of that song, you know, where he was kind of basically acknowledging that he had a problem and he was trying to recover, right? I guess he's going through the whole, withdrawal. And then he's like, a son of a bitch, just give me a drink, and then it got into his big band thing.
But
so
he
you
knew
had
he had a problem.
Yeah, right. This guy's in denial, but the whole tone and the mood of this song was just all like, there was an intenseness, I think, like kind of darkness, that, the problem was just kind of shadowing, was part of what the song was, which was effective. But I just kind of, we just did like last week, we did that one, guy who was an alcoholic, and it was two different, sort of approaches, but and both good songs. So let me tell you a little bit about the band. And let me tell you about the song a little bit. This is the first track off their debut album, studio album, and Robbers and Cowards. So that was the name of it. And the band is like an indie, that Wiki calls them an indie rock, blues rock, and a blue-eyed soul band. You've heard of that? That sort of, yeah, okay. And so Cold War Kids is an American indie rock band from Long Beach, California. And so it's a 5-piece band. And a couple of them, I'll just say it's Nathaniel Willett, vocals, piano, guitar, Matt Moust, bass, David Kwan, guitar, back and vocals. And these two guys who aren't part of the band when this album was recorded, Matt Avero, who was drums, percussion, and Johnny Russell, who was everything. And then those two guys left some years up ahead and then got replaced. So it is a band that is still present, and they were formed in 2004. So
and when did this song come out?
This song came out in 2006.
Okay.
And it received overall good write-ups by the critics, but with some seeing it as a mixed bag, including Joe Croton of the London-based online music magazine Music OMH. And he said that after the first two tracks, including this song, the album then sort of loses momentum and drags towards the end. But that said, it seems like Joe was kind of in the minority because like Rolling Stone had this album as number 30 on their list of best albums of 2006. And so this actually seems to have like a cult appeal according to Wiki. So there's a lot of folks out there who know about this band and like this and like their music, including this song. And Andrew Branch is one of them. I'm really glad that he likes this band because he was able to, give us this song to react to. So thank you for that gift. I liked it a lot, and it seems like you liked it a lot too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, cool. Anything else before we wrap it up?
I think we covered it fairly thoroughly.
All right. So I'm on a roll, and I'll just say goodbye to everyone.
Sure.
All right, cool, man. I'm gonna start with you, and you have a great day. And to everyone out there, thank you for watching this reaction video. And if you liked it, you may want to hit the like button. That'd be pretty cool. Subbing with us if you haven't yet subbed. And again, all the good buttons, as Chris would say. And we'll see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.
See you.